a little bit different this year than it's been in the past. But so.
Oscar's got his.
Yeah, I looked at the clock. It's 6:45.
Oh, look at that!
You gonna hear that? Yeah, the gavel. We gavelled it.
One more thing. I'm running for your division director again.
Yay!
Oh, good. Yay.
You got my vote.
With that, I'm going to state the meeting has been called to order and announce that the mission of Toastmasters is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every member has the opportunity to develop communication and leadership skills, which in turn foster self-confidence and personal growth. Please rise.
Wow.
Can you all see the flag? Oh, wait, where did I put it there? Somewhere in there.
Right there.
Okay.
Can you see me?
With that, the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Can I just add one thing?
Go ahead.
Thomas, do you have an energizer moment? Did you find one or no?
Oh, I thought you were talking about for tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay. No, it's fine if you don't have one.
Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, how about you, Sandy? Did you want an energizer moment right now?
Yeah.
You do? Okay. Well, we're all going to do Tai Chi. We're going to do the downward dog.
No, that's yoga.
That's yoga. Okay. One of them. Okay.
Thank God he put pants on.
I can imagine
what we have to do.
Said.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Tai Chi, but maybe some movements. Did that help?
You can do Qigong, like bring in energy.
Hi, Felicia.
Deep breath.
We're just trying to get some energy.
But we do have an expert in Tai Chi. We have Thomas. I forgot that. So
we do.
Maybe. Could you give us this one move while we're still in the moment?
Thomas, let's do Tai Chi on the moon.
Tai Chi on the moon? Okay.
Yeah.
You're putting me on the
Just
spot
like
here because I just usually follow what the teacher says. So,
Moving the water.
moving the water, yeah. There's repulsing the monkey. I've got all these weird names for different things. But I think actually for right now, the best thing would probably do the box breathing, kind of like what Miriam talked about in one of her speeches, to just kind of energize ourselves, take a deep breath, hold it for about 5-10 seconds, exhale for about the same amount of time, and let's just do that for 3 quick turns. So hold your breath for 10 seconds, exhale for 10 seconds, and repeat. So beginning right now. 1,
2,
and exhale. Inhale one more time. Fill your lungs. Get as deep a breath as you can. And exhale. And one more time. Deep breath. And exhale. Excellent.
Good.
That's good.
That was beautiful. I feel refreshed. And now I have the privilege of turning over control to George, who's going to be our
mission. What is our mission, though?
Oh, I knocked that out already, didn't I? I did. I'm happy to read it again. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Now, George, it's all yours.
All right. Thank you.
Please help me welcome.
Thank you. Before we get started, I want to review all the roles, make sure we have them all filled. But but I see that we have two guests. Are you able to talk, Joe? And
Joe isn't able to right now, but I
this,
can.
this is Tina, right?
Yes, I'm Tina.
Okay, very good. Tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I don't even know what to say. This is my first time really talking to any of you. I met a few of you at the library a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Well, when it's all over, I'll ask you to what you thought of the meeting.
Okay.
So take good notes. All right. So, and hello, Joe. Just say hi, Joe.
Hi.
Very good. Okay, what we're going to do is we'll run through the roles right now, and then as all the speakers are speaking, then what I'd like us to do is mute yourself, because
Okay.
oftentimes Oscar's dog will bark or something will happen. But before we get going, let's see. Our Toastmaster Minute will be by Margaret, right?
Yes.
And then Francisco, you will be speaker number 1.
Correct.
Dakota, you're speaker number 2.
Correct.
Very good. Miriam, table topics, right? Okay, good.
Yes.
And then Tom, you're the general evaluator. And then evaluator 1 will be Margaret, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then evaluator 2 is Jana. You good? Okay. And then Tom, I see you as general. Yeah, did I already hit that one? Yeah. And then we close it out. Oh, but before we start, we can vote for best speaker, best table topics participant, and the best evaluator, because I'm able to send a poll out, or at least I think I can. So right after Martha gives her final timers report, and we know who's qualified and who's not, then I'll send the polling out. Now it says participant 1 or speaker 1 and 2. It's labor intensive to try to type in the names while you guys are doing it. So just remember the speaking order, especially of the table topic participants. Okay, now without further delay, let us get underway. And to get us going will be Margaret Cankelon with a Toastmaster Minute.
Just a minute. George came up with a format to help us stay on track and help new members learn their roles. And as soon as a new member starts, they should be encouraged to do their icebreaker speech. They can also be timer or counter, and then they can be grammarian, table topics master, general evaluator, and Toastmaster. At any time after their second speech, they can be a speech evaluator, and they should be a speech evaluator, of course, before their general evaluator. And if we follow these guidelines, we will have some really quality meetings. That's it.
All right. Okay, so next up is Francisco. Let me do it right. Fellow Toastmasters and most distinguished guest, allow me to introduce to you fellow Toastmaster Francisco Campo. Francisco is currently the area director for Area 51. That's right over the way from 31, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He's working on his advanced communicator gold. Good for you. And to achieve that goal, he's going to speak out of the advanced communication series, Speeches by Management. And it's project number 1 called The Briefing. And the title of his speech is Let Me Tell You. Now, his speech is going to take 3 to 5 minutes. So Martha will time him green at 3, and then yellow at 4, and then red at 5. But when he's done, He would like to have a question and answer period of 2 to 3 minutes. So come up with a question or two for Francisco as you're doing this. So please help me welcome Francisco with a nice round of applause.
Thank you very much, Guy. Thank you very much. Okay. Well, fellow Toastmaster and most distinguished guests, as you heard, I'm going to talk about a thing that I'm very, very excited. I call them the Toastmaster Hub. I would like in this moment to define a little bit what is the hub, H-O-B. It's a place, a focal point, a center point where things happen or you can connect things and things like that. I'm repeating that, but it's a central part, a central way to do things. My point of view is this. We as Toastmasters need to have a specific central area that we can reach for truthful information of facts and things that help us to achieve whatever we want to. We have a lot of information spread about at different sources, including TI, including websites, including Google's. My point is that we are going to have one specific place where you can go and find that information. The difference between that and Google will be that this one, we have a couple of persons, we will check that information, make sure it's truthful, it's accurate, and then will be posted. That's the basic stuff. In this Toastmaster Hub, as I'm calling, will be fantastic for a couple of things, like knowing the programs, knowing about the institution itself, what is Toastmasters, what it has, our bylaws, our laws and procedures, and most of it, and very important also, debunking myth, and know about belief, or make sure what is belief and what is a true fact that we may have in this particular area that you may do search. I'm planning to do it through a website in the beginning where everybody will have a way to reach it, to search the information that you want to. And if by any chance you don't have it, or we don't have it, or the hub do not have it, we'll have links to it. So you can go there, check it out, you have an idea what you want to do about it. Most likely, as we work on this project, we're going to look things that enhance the website, the Toastmaster Hub, where it will be easier to follow, easy to access, easy to reach, and most truly to it, trustworthy. That is very trustworthy. And you can debunk things that I said before, check myths that run around about Toastmasters and things to be done, and get the true facts about it. You perhaps may remember, or perhaps we are questioning yourself, why we need this. The necessity of the hub, what is the necessity itself of the hub? Because we need a central place where truthful and today's facts and information could be found. That's the purpose. Not that I know about it, go a place, check what you know in a specific way, doing quickly, think that you can use it and it's believable, and you can perhaps solve one type of problem, perhaps we'll be able to do or take a determination. One more time, we need it because we need to find a central place with truthful facts and information. Thank you very much. Now, any questions? Thank you.
Thank you, Francisco. So the floor is now open. Throw a question at Francisco. Raise your hand, perhaps. But let Martha get queued up here. 2 to 3 minutes we'll spend on this, okay? Okay, I see a hand, Jason.
Jason.
So,
Everybody's unmuted.
I am unmuted?
Yes.
Okay, so how many administrators do you think would be required for the hub? And do you envision the hub being run similar to like a board of directors?
3 people, I think it would be getting. Yes, the hub will have a director, but also we have a different person who may see the information, evaluate it, and make a recommendation to publish, to be in the hub. Perhaps a board director and 3 main person who will be able to see it and make a decision about it. 3, because I would like to have always a decision about it.
That makes sense.
Yes.
Sandy?
Isn't Toastmasters D84 a hub?
No, as I vision it. Remember, the main issue is right here to have everything in a place. You can go to the district. And I'm glad you mentioned the district. This will be attached to District 84. It's for us, for District 84. I am not saying that I'm going to do it nationwide. That will be almost a daunting things to do, but it will be for District 84. And back to your question, I don't think so. In District 84, you have a lot of information. People get into and out. And I want it to be truthful. That's the main stuff that you can trust whatever you read right there, and you can use it safely. And you can be certain that the thing you are saying is correct. And nobody else is getting in the hand any opinions. And that's, as I said before, could be the difference between that and Google's, that everybody can post whatever they want to. Facebook, that also can do it. This will be a little more trustful because this is a thing that I would like to see. Paola.
Where would you go to confirm that this information is accurate?
I would like to have the 3 persons that I mentioned before to take a look. Perhaps we may have in Toastmasters some type of authority or person who has a big background about this information that we can contact them, and or they could be in the hub that they pass about it. Say this is truly think that we be able to post it and really work on that, like some type of authority figure, perhaps one of the person in the top or one of the directors, or I don't know. We'll need to look for that also. Any other questions?
Yes.
Yes.
So is this type of hub you're talking about is available in different other states, or is it something new you're basically working on?
I would like to think it's new. I don't think anybody else has to think about it, but I would like to think it's new. And even though we need to do it anyway. Any other more questions, ma'am? Sirs?
Francisco, thank you very much. Let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you very much for your attention. Thanks.
All right. We will now move on to our second speaker. And that is going to be Dakota. This is your second speech, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And it should be 5 to 7 minutes?
That's a question for me?
Yes, ma'am.
I am not sure, but I'll make sure that it's under 7.
There you go. Or 7:30.
No, it's actually, I believe it's going to be a lot shorter than 5 minutes, to be frank.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Very good. Take it away. And everyone else, please mute your microphones if you haven't done so.
Thank you, George. Good afternoon, everyone. How are you doing tonight? I hope you are in the best of spirits in light of everything that's going on. I want to challenge you to take a step back from the news broadcasts, from the social media posts, from the memes, some funny, some not, and understand this. The mind is a superb instrument, and if you use it in the right way, then you will find that you're able to quiet your mind. And I know you're thinking, why would I want to quiet my mind? It's my mind that allows me to be able to understand what's going on and know when there's danger and understand that I need to back away or move forward or take charge of my goals or just whatever thought processes that will happen within your head, your own mind. Now, I'm reading a book and it's called The Power of Now. And the author, Eckhart Tolle, he speaks about the possibilities that you have within yourself to be in a state of being versus using your ego to operate and to dictate your relationships. And what that essentially means is that if you're able to quiet your mind, you will be able to be. And being, in this sense from Eckhart, he's simply saying that if we lead our lives through ego, and I'm not sure if you have a great understanding of what ego is. From time to time, we've probably heard about ego, and you need to put your ego in the backseat and listen to me for a minute. You know, someone somewhere have said that, and I'm sure you've either been the victim of it or you've been the perpetrator of the situation, right? And when you think about your ego, it's basically your mind and all that information, all the chatter, all the memory of something that happened in your past, something you experienced personally or in a secondary manner. And it creates this memory in your body. In essence, the author speaks of it and refers to it as the pain body. In essence, it's darkness, that's shadows. It's basically an overcast. It's an overcast that happens within us, and it helps us to determine how we interact with people, just because of all the chatter that happens in our mind. So my advice to you is, based on Eckhart's stand, is to try your hardest to quiet your mind so that you can shut off your ego. Because once your ego is shut off, you're in a position where you can really see what's happening with a clear standpoint without memory from the past. Because if you are living in the past, you're never able to be present in the now. And also with memory from the past, you're helping to depict what will happen in the future. And God knows we can't do that, because if you had asked me January 23rd on my birthday what I'll be doing right now, I would not be thinking that I would be sitting here in my house locked up for almost 3 weeks, you know? So if we're able to just quiet our minds for a moment, and it's really, really challenging, but with anything that makes sense, with anything that's worth having, there are challenges. And I'm just encouraging you to spend some time to just be still, to quiet your mind, and not lead your lives filled with ego. Does that make sense to anyone? I know we're all muted, but if you could kind of just nod your head, or, okay, perfect, perfect. I'm seeing some hands going and some smiles. Oh, that's amazing to see, guys. Thank you for the smiles. I kind of feel like I need to show my video right now so I can show you that I'm smiling back, but hopefully you're hearing it in my voice. But at the end of the day, I'm essentially saying, let's just spend some time quieting our minds so that we can live in the now. Because if you really think about it, that's all we have. We only have the now. We have nothing else. Whether you're religious or not, that's not the point. We're talking about now, and you quieting your mind so that you're not living through your ego, and you're actually being love, being peace, being kindness, being respect, being happy. The state of being is much better than living through your ego. I want to thank you so much for your time. I hope that was insightful for you. And at the end of the day, whether it was or it wasn't, try your hardest to just be great. Thank you.
Thank you, Dakota. Thank you very much. In fact, while you were talking, I went and put a hold on that book at the Seattle Public Libraries.
Nice. I'm happy to hear it.
All right, now we're going to turn to the next portion of our meeting, and I'm going to unmute everybody because you may be put on the spot. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know how this works, but maybe Miriam,
Yeah.
come on and tell us what you're up to.
Oh my gosh, she is the third person that mentioned this book and is currently reading it or said something to me. And I know her speech was directed to all of us, but I felt also she was talking to me. And I listened.
was.
Okay. Hey, there you are. So good to see you. And personally, I listened to the audio version of this book twice. It's about, I think, 18 hours length, and it's such an insightful book. I'm sure you could spend years and days of your life apprehending it, because you could read a book once, but that doesn't mean that you get to toss it aside and you're done. You get to practice what's in it every day, and you can go back again to that book, which is really amazing. And certain aspect or chapters of the book, sometimes it's hard to apprehend, but I would say just take it day by day and basically translate it to what you understand. Of course, if you need any explanation, you can go to Eckhart Tolle's website. He's also on YouTube, so you get to see other additional videos. And there is a separate book that has explanation on the power of now, more of a resume basically, or more like a short summary basically. So that was my addition, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Miriam.
Thank you.
What I was asking you, Miriam, you are our table topics master. There are some questions at us.
Yes, I actually prepared interesting questions. So I did prepare 7. How much time do I have? I can basically reduce them. They reduce the number. George.
You're muted, George.
Or Margaret.
Okay, it's me. It's 7:12 right now. Let's go to 7:20, okay? So no new one after 7:20.
All right. So my table topic theme is staying motivated or motivated. We all know that it is such a hard time and it's challenging for all of us. So a lot of people started to come up with creative things. And my first question to all of you, or who is going to be ready to answer, how do you keep yourself, or how do you keep your energy throughout the day during this quarantine time?
I'll answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go
All
Tom.
So I've been, I guess, one of the fortunate people that have had the opportunity to be able to work at home throughout this event. And normally what I do on breaks when I'm at work is maybe I'll grab a snack and I'll just sit in a chair and play a video game or something. So I decided I'm going to start doing something different. So what I do now on my breaks is I go out and ride my bike just to go out and get some exercise, get some fresh energy, fresh air. And I've been doing about a mile, at least a mile on each of my breaks. And, you know, so I'm increasing my speed, my distance and everything else. And just the fact that it's an opportunity to do something different, to be more than just sitting around and going into the normal routine, that's helping me continue to expand and look forward to each day and go out and ride the bike, you know, at least twice a day now. So
that's
what's keeping me
wonderful.
motivated. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you, Tom. Okay, my second question. What habits are you trying to lose during this time while staying indoors?
Oh, I can think of one.
Anyone? Okay, go ahead.
We're trying to get rid of our procrastination problem.
Me too.
Okay. We've got a bunch of home projects that keep getting like pushed aside, and in my head I'm like, oh, this is surely gonna last another month or 2, so I have plenty of time, but really we don't know when it'll end, so we need to get projects.
Good. Okay, good. Thank you for answering that. The second question, or the third question, pardon me, how do you keep your body while remaining most of the day at home? Like Tom mentioned, he sits a lot, or most of us that work from home sit a lot or stand sometimes, but is there any things that you guys do basically to keep your body more fluid and at home?
I can answer that.
Okay.
For starting out with for a while, I made the decision that I was gonna get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and work out because I have a long commute to get into work.
Okay.
So I decided, well, I'm gonna get up at 4, exercise, and then that'll give me a lot of time to get ready and go to work. Well, I have to leave the house to take the train at 5:45. I usually wake up at 5.
Oh.
So the plan to get up at 4 doesn't work out. By the time I wake up, I gotta get ready to go take the train.
Oh, I know.
So now, I'm fortunate to be able to work from home, which is great. It's a blessing in disguise because now I don't have to get up at 4 to exercise. I can log in at 8 o'clock. I usually wake up maybe 5:30, 6 o'clock, and I have time to exercise. So every morning I get up about 5:30, 6 o'clock. I exercise for about 45 minutes, and then I get ready to log in to work. So
good. That works better.
Yes, it does.
Okay, nice. The other next question. Have you picked up a new hobby? If so, what it is? Or did you have a previous one before that you basically just got back to during this quarantine time? And would you like to share it with us?
Yes, I can answer that one.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Do you want to go or should I go?
I don't know, whatever you can do.
Okay, I'll take it. So, I think hobby is a word that we tend to associate with sports or reading or something that is probably worldwide accepted. And for me, my hobby has become myself. And it's at the risk of sounding egotistical or any other negative association that one might want to put to that phrase that I just made, that's okay. Another thing that allows me to be okay in this state of being hobby is just my ability to focus on me. I think that this quarantine is, as Felicia had said previously, is a blessing in disguise because I was constantly going. I'm always doing something for someone else. I'm always wanting to help. I'm always putting myself in the position to do other things apart from doing the things that serve me. And in this time, I think it's kind of the universe's way or God's way of just saying, okay, Dakota, here's the deal. I'm going to give you some time to re-energize, to recalibrate, to figure out what it is that you want, spend some you time just loving on yourself, not expecting anyone to love on me, because I think once we have expectations, that's where we become brokenhearted or we become saddened because someone has let us down or just our expectations is just too much. So the only thing that I get up every day and do as it pertains to myself is, how am I going to love me more today? And that has truly become my hobby. It's hard some days, and some days I'm in utter bliss, whether it's through exercising or catching up with someone I haven't spoken with in a while, or choosing to speak with people who will speak life into my life. Those are just some of the things that I choose to do, and I consider that to be one of my greatest hobbies of all time. Thank you.
Miriam.
Where'd you go?
She disappeared on us, but it is 20 after. So, she must have turned into a pumpkin. But we'll go on. We'll go on to the next.
You guys can see my screen.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just wanted to show you my son. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I'm supposed to introduce.
Patty. Yes, go for it.
The word of the day. I was so excited. I thought I was gonna go first, but
yes,
doesn't matter.
I apologize, guys.
No, that's fine. You guys have been copacetic so far.
That's right.
An adjective, it's very satisfactory and going well. So here I put a picture of my son when he was in high school. What they had a tournament which was very copacetic. So that's the word of the day.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Patty. And my apologies. I told Patty I was going to call on her at the very beginning of the meeting almost to introduce the word of the day.
But it was the perfect moment because so far everything is being copacetic.
Good. And if anybody can still use that word, you'll get 2 extra points from Patty. Okay, where are we? We're about to turn it over to Tom, our general evaluator. Go ahead, Tom.
Thank you. I do have other reports, but it's not just me. We also have the grammarian helping us as well, and the timer and the evaluator. So let's go ahead and start with the first evaluator and going over Francisco's speech, please.
Yeah. Francisco, the Toastmasters Hub. Let me tell you, I thought that was a very unique idea. I did, at first, let me tell you, and then the Toastmasters Hub. It was so, it seemed to go together very well. And it was such a unique idea. The only problems that I saw with your presentation was that you do have a little bit of difficulty with the English language, and I certainly understand that. But otherwise, the presentation gave a clear picture of what this hub should look like and what people who know would, the people that would staff it would be the directors, and they would know the answers to the questions. I have some questions about the website, but we'll go into that at another time. Great job.
Thank you, Margaret. Appreciate that. Thanks. Really.
Okay, thank you so much, Margaret. And then we had Jana to give her evaluation over Dakota's speech.
Dakota.
Hey.
You are such a great speaker and you have such wonderful presentation skills. I think you had us all in the palm of your hand like you always do. I would have loved to have seen your camera view so that I could have seen your eye contact and I could have really made a connection with you. I also love the way you take time out in the middle of your speech to say, hey, you know, do you agree with me? Are you smiling? I see a few hands. I see that you're agreeing with me. I love that interaction. And you have displayed that in past speeches. I think that's one of your strengths when you give presentations. I love that. Kudos to you. Eckhart Tolle. I love this book. I've read it myself, and his experience of being on the floor in his living room and having the moment of being so present, of when he was just captured almost by a light that seemed almost from up above. It almost seemed like he was taken by some sort of power that he can't even describe, and he was just so present, right? I was waiting for you to give me some sort of personal experience so that we could hear from your perspective, your point of view. I think that's going to take your speaking to the next level, because right now you regurgitated a lot of information, which was awesome and very timely, especially right now, because haven't we all experienced the point where we go to our email boxes and we say, ooh, enough. I can't hear any more webinars. I am so tired of people emailing me saying, you signed up for my email list, so let's all work together to cure this COVID virus. I get that, but I want to hear what Dakota has to say about the power of now. Give me a personal story. And you started to go there. You started to go there by saying, my birthday was 3 weeks ago, and I didn't think that I was going to be in my house at this moment. So you kind of started to dip your toes in there. I want more of that. And I think it's going to draw us all in. And that's when people and audiences are going to pay money to hear what Dakota has to say.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. Awesome job.
Excellent. And we also have our grammarian. Patty, would you like to go over your report for us? Maybe. Fatty, you're still muted.
I said I didn't have per se a notes. I was just writing down as if I was taking notes for the secretary job, basically. But I think it went well. Everybody did the best they could do. And actually, I wanted to say that Dakota used some words that caught my attention. Let me see. Well, if I can go back to my notes. Another one that popped out was the word that Jana said, the regurgitate, which I was thought, oh, that was very fancy, Jana, which is really good. Even though she was just trying to say she was repeating herself. But I did got some notes here. I'm sorry, guys. It's just I wrote too much. I might give it to you on the notes. But other than that, I think it went well. And some of us probably had used the word so. Yes, Thomas. I caught you with that. I did some on Felicia's, so's, and Thomas, you used the word and a lot of times. I was just trying to figure out if we sometimes we can introduce another word that it can go with whatever you're saying instead of repeating and. Other than that, I think it went well from my point of view. This is, I don't know if it's my first time or second time being the grammarian, but I promise I will get better every time I do it. And it's good for me. So that's my review for all of you guys.
Thank you, Patty. Yeah, I mean, we all get caught up in the catchwords, so, and, but, you know, I do it. I'm trying to collect my thoughts. Sometimes I don't even, it's such a subconscious thing that I don't even realize that it's happening. So hearing everybody else tell me that it's happening, it's bringing more attention to it. And I think that's really what we need to do is continue to work with this, and so that everybody has the opportunity to understand where they need a little bit of improvement. My general thoughts of the meeting so far is everything's been very copacetic. We've been able to use this new tool, this different format, There's a little bit of challenges. Everybody has, you know, muting, unmuting, going to this, but what we're doing right now is still being able to have the meeting, still being able to be there for each other, even though we can't high five or give each other a big smile. Well, okay, never mind. The Sheffers had to prove me wrong, but it's a great opportunity to see that we're still continuing to not only be better ourselves, but to continue to help our other Toastmasters be better as well. So with that, I would like to say that that is my evaluation of the meeting. Everything is copacetic, and let's keep it up.
Good job.
Tom, are you turning it back over to me?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Mr. Toastmaster, please.
Wait. Continue, we have one more very special person.
I realize, and I was just about to say, I will turn it back to you. However, we need to hear from our timer report first, and then we can go back to George. So please, Martha.
Unmute yourself. Unmute.
Okay. This is the timer report. Speaker number 1, Francisco, 4 minutes, 15 seconds. Dakota, 5 minutes, 3 seconds. For table topics, number 1, Tom, 1 minute. Tina, 28 seconds. Felicia, 1 minute, 15 seconds. Dakota, 2 minutes, 14 seconds. Evaluators, number 1, Margaret, 1 minute, 23 seconds. Jana, 2 minutes, 41 seconds.
Thank you, Martha. Now,
so does that mean that everyone qualifies?
She got frozen.
Margaret, minute 23, is that qualified?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, let's say for today's sake, everybody's qualified. Oh, and I cannot send out the poll. It says I'm on a different computer. Let's see if you're right. Nope, I can't send you the poll. It's failing me right now. Okay, everybody's a winner. That's what I declare.
Hey.
All right, before we turn it over to our presiding officer, let's find out what Joe and Tina thought. Come on, guys, tell us.
Let's go back to my notes here. Getting on the name. I really enjoyed the fact that there was the power of now. You know, I relate to things better if I can hear it from a person's perspective, and then have the information to go search for myself. Where, you know, I can now go find that book, and I can rent it on or buy it on Kindle or go to the library and get it. And now I can try to feel what you felt, or maybe come up with my own version, maybe get a little bit of yours and Jana's mixed in. But I like that you gave the reference in your speech so that I have the option to see where you derived your inspiration from.
Awesome.
I very much relate to the power of now also. I have heard of this book a lot. It's actually keeps showing up on podcasts that I listen to and everything. So this is just another big red flag to go get this book and read it. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Sure, no problem. You're welcome.
Okay, Paula, you're a visitor. Tell us.
Right. I had a great time. You guys are awesome. I love being able to attend more meetings through this new venue, the Zoom. I just think it's great to be able to see people that I haven't seen in a while, meet new people, and just see how every club does run their meetings. Every club's a little bit different. And I actually just found out not too long ago that we can still count these virtual meetings as club ambassador visits. So I'll be probably sending Sandy a club ambassador form that you could help me fill it out. But I think it's great to be able to just hear what people have to say. Great table topics, great speeches. And I too am going to look for that book. This isn't the first time I've heard about it. So thank you for that information. You guys are awesome. Thanks for letting me join your meeting today.
Thank you.
Now I'm Felicia. I see your name way down the bottom for a quizzer. Did you remember or do some questions for us today? It's okay if you didn't, because I didn't have the poll ready. We tried, but okay. That's okay. We are prepared though right now to turn it over to our presiding officer, who is Margaret Kinkelon.
Oh my goodness. How much time do I have? 7:35. Got it? 10 minutes? Wow. I don't know what to do with this.
Can I say something in there?
Sure. Somebody wants to go?
Just really quick. I sent Pilar a link for my own Zoom link, and we got together and went through her pathways and got her signed up. So anybody who's struggling with that, just send me a note and I'll send you a link and we'll get through it together. That, and also free toast host. I have to
that's a great idea.
So I'm willing, because I'm at home now, so I'm willing to get online with you and share the desktop and get through it. It's a lot easier when you see it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Tony, you should mention that, because I'm stuck on level 3. I did that last speech, but I don't know how to put it in and move on. So I need your help, Sandy.
Okay.
Sandy.
Send me a note and I'll send you a link.
Okay.
Sandy, Francisco here.
Yeah.
Sorry. I need to ask a question. Yes.
Francisco, I need to ask you, do you have your evaluation guide?
I did. I sent a copy to George. George, do you have the copy?
I thought I sent that to you too, Margaret. I forwarded it to you.
Okay.
It might be forwarded to you.
Yeah, most likely.
Okay.
Yes. Don't worry about it. Sandy,
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Margaret.
Uh-huh.
Sandy, back to you.
Yeah.
Okay, I get into free toast and have a message told me waiting for a email. That's correct, or do I need to wait, or what is the deal with
You're
that?
in it already, right?
Right, but
No,
I need to
you should be good to go then. You should be able to go in there and go to the members area and see the.
Do I need any
agenda.
password?
You make your own password.
Okay.
If you're in already, it should prompt you to make a password.
Okay. So
Okay.
clicking. Okay, thanks. Any doubt? I'll call you back.
All right. Thank
That's
you.
it. Thanks.
Back to you, Margaret.
Oh, wow.
I have.
I'm really happy now. I'm speechless. I don't have really anything more to say.
I wouldn't say speechless.
Why not?
Because I know Margaret.
She's copacetic.
I'm copacetic. Yes.
Margaret?
I do wish that everybody would have a chance to speak in our meetings.
Yeah.
And sometimes it seems to be, as much as I try to get that to happen, it doesn't seem to happen. And I welcome any suggestions that any of you have. Thomas.
Okay.
So George was trying to get your attention a moment ago, but perhaps what we can do, since we're in a virtual environment, maybe we do more like a whole meeting with table topics. So we give everybody a chance to speak, maybe even have, instead of separate speakers, have like 2 or 3 different table topic masters. And that way we have a chance to have everybody get a chance to speak that evening.
Okay. Okay.
The way we did it in one group was we had table topics where somebody asked a table topic question and the person answering it was responsible for the next table topic question.
Oh, that's a good idea. Paula, you had your hand up.
I have a question. when you did table topics today, you just asked who wants to answer. So people just raise their hand and you choose someone. Is that normally how you do table topics at this meeting?
It's not how I do it, but
okay. Because I know
that's a good point.
At most meetings, what they do, other clubs, I'll say not every club, but other clubs, they will, you see who is giving speeches and who already has a speaking role, whether it's an evaluator or some other functionary role, and then you specifically ask those people who don't already have a role the table topics questions. If there's time for more, then you would go to, say, the functionaries, the timer, the grammarian, the counter, and you would not ask the evaluators or the speakers unless there was time for more. But you would make sure that anyone who does not have a speaking role specifically gets asked a table topics question, rather than say who wants to answer it, you know, say Martha or Pilar, this question's for you.
Okay,
Correct.
so call basically specific names, because I think last time somebody did it before and they were calling names. But I thought this time I could just like ask the question, and who hasn't had the chance to speak, they can take the initiative.
No, unfortunately, that doesn't work.
Well, we did it that way in the beginning because everybody was so new. But now I think it's time to go back to calling on people.
Yeah, I have a new club that we just chartered, and they still do it that way. They ask, you know, who wants to answer, and that's good. But again, I think you might see it's the same people raising their hand over and over. So if you specifically ask somebody who doesn't have a role, then if they really don't want to answer it, they could say, I'm not comfortable right now doing that. But I think most people like to be called on because, you know, they want to be part of the group. Yeah.
I agree.
I'll make sure I'll call on the quiet ones next time when I do the topic.
The quiet ones, exactly.
Great. So to be clear, just to chime in, is that going to be something that's set in stone, or can we really, as the speaker, just feel the energy in the room?
I would make it, well, I think you should, I think that the table topic master needs to take control and not to let the people that have not spoken speak first. And then those that have already spoken can speak. I think Jason had his hand up. No? Okay. Well, then go away.
Can I add one more thing to actually answer Dakota's question? That if there's enough time, absolutely those who have already spoken should be able to participate in table topics as well. But if the club, I know that some clubs are on a very limited time crunch. So if the club only meets for an hour during lunchtime and they have to get back to work, well, now that's changed a little bit. But, you know, if there's specific times schedule and there's not enough time to add more speakers, then that rule should be followed, at least, you know, in my opinion. But some clubs actually make sure that every single person in the meeting does get to answer a table topics question, no matter whether they've spoken or not. They go around the entire room, or in our case, on the entire screen, and make sure everybody does get a chance to answer. I think it just depends on the length of your meeting and how much time you have.
Okay.
Yeah, but I would never want to say, oh, no, you can't answer table topics because you spoke. You know, you want to give you the opportunity, of course, if there's time.
Right. Very
okay,
good.
Thank you.
Very good.
And one more thing, sorry, just want to say that this is not carved in stone. So, you know, you guys create your own environment. So however you feel comfortable with, I'm just kind of saying what I've seen other clubs do. Okay, now I'll stop talking.
I totally agree. I totally agree.
Margaret,
Yeah.
may I intercede for a second and talk about the dues, which need to be paid by the end of this month? I did put my address in there where you could send me a check. I'll use my credit card to pay for it. Or you can just call me up at your convenience and I'll enter it right into the Toastmasters International. However you want to do it. Okay, back to you, Margaret.
What will the dues be again?
I'm sorry?
The dues, the fees, what's the fee? The amount?
$15. $15.
Okay.
And that will get you through September.
Okay.
We do it all our through Toastmasters International, or does it need to go through the club president?
You two are paid up through September. You don't have to worry about it. Anybody who paid $80 is paid up through September.
No.
So most people paid the 65, or at least half of everybody paid 65.
Yeah, so that was because we chartered in February. The $45 and the $45 and the $20, which is 65, got you in the charter. But that got you through July. We have to get you through September. So that's why it's the extra $15. 2 months, $7.50 a month.
And Toastmasters International wants everyone expiring on the same date, not
Yeah, but
areas.
that way their dues, when the next dues will be April.
Yeah.
And you'll be back up to speed with everybody else.
Yeah.
So it's only 2 months for those people who didn't pay the extra,
Which is
$15 to put it to September.
Okay, very good. So either way, send me a check or call me and we'll take care of it.
Well, thank you everybody for this president's speech.
What about next meeting?
Thank you.
Oh, next meeting, yes. We have to do next meeting.
Pilar is speaking. She's not getting out of it either.
I am? Who is?
Pilar.
Oh, Pilar. Okay.
I'm Pilar's mentor, and I told her she's speaking, and she's not getting out of it.
May I be a speaker as well?
Speaking.
You done told me what to do.
Who wants to speak?
Dakota.
Dakota, okay. I'll put you down.
You guys just chartered in February?
Yes.
That is awesome. You're awesome. Are most of you new Toastmasters?
Correct.
Wow.
Yes, I am.
I am super impressed. What a great group.
Thank you, Paula.
Congratulations.
We just chartered February 24th.
Thank you.
Joe and
Good
Tina,
job.
we hope you join us again, please.
I will. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed it. You're just so sweet and friendly, and what a great group. Thank you. And thank you, Sandy, for inviting me.
Oh, you're welcome.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you for coming, Paula and Joe and Tina.
Oh, thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
Got some awesome people in here.
So Joe and Tina, are you coming back?
Yeah, that's a good question.
The commute is really short.
Yeah, it is. Yes.
First one I went to, the commute was pretty short. This is even better.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, okay, so we still need a Toastmaster for next week. Thomas, you want to be a Toastmaster?
I can. I mean, if nobody else wants to, I just don't want to give anybody else.
Wait, I haven't done the Toastmaster. What?
Yeah,
You
Miriam
already-
hasn't
So
done it.
do you do the Toastmaster minute basically?
No, they run the
No.
meeting. That's
Oh.
what George did today.
What I did today. Just try to keep things moving.
Okay,
Miriam, yeah.
I can do that.
Okay. What about Oscar, you're Sergeant at Arms. You're stuck with that.
Do we get access to this recording?
We can. Let's see, it is recording right now.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'll have to put it up on the web. Like I can put it unpublished number. I can send you the link. You'll see. We can do it. It's easy.
Okay, so do we have a grammarian? Because grammarian is doing the Toastmaster.
I mean, I can be both, but I don't think so. I don't want to take someone else's opportunity.
Margaret, you gonna do the word of the day too?
Yep.
Okay. What about evaluators? I need 2 evaluators.
I'm happy to be one. Oscar?
Oscar? Okay.
Jackson.
And you, friend? Paco?
Ma'am, I will be absent next week.
Oh, okay. Next month?
I think Adrian had said he wanted to do
only
something.
next week.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said, Dakota.
I think Kadrian had said that he wanted to do something. So if there's something still left open.
There's an evaluator, there's table topics.
I can be table topics.
Patty?
Yes, I've been saying that, but I didn't realize I was muted.
Okay.
Dakota.
I was like
Okay.
talking. I was like, why they're not picking me if I'm talking?
He can be an evaluator.
Yeah.
You want to be in, okay.
So I'll be table topics. You guys heard me, right? Okay.
Yes.
I need a general evaluator.
Sandy.
Oh,
Patty,
George.
that's moving, but I don't hear her.
Okay.
Sandy, did you get that?
George wants it? General?
You said you needed 2 evaluators and a general evaluator, correct?
Yes. Yes.
And you have Kadrian as one of the evaluators and George as the general?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
What about, timer?
In dark.
The queen? Time?
Yes. And we need also the quizzer.
Yes.
I'll be the quizzer.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah.
Go, Jana.
You better bring it because I'm throwing out candy to the
Awesome.
Banana.
I'll bring a
banana.
basket.
We need a Toastmasters minute.
Has to be hot cocoa, 80%.
Jason, do you want to do the minute?
Yeah, why don't you do the minute? He'll do the minute.
Okay.
Hey, Jason.
He's a minute kind of guy.
You see
Oh.
You see the minute man? I'm not going there. Anyway, I think that's it.
Who's our Toastmaster next week?
Sorry, I'm trying to
You're
keep you
Miriam.
motivated.
Miriam.
Yes.
As the Toastmaster, you get to choose a theme if you want. And if you can tell us in advance what it might be, then the table topic master can make up questions related to your theme.
Okay. We'll send you that tomorrow.
Okay.
Can you copy me? So I can
Yes.
put it on the free toast host?
I will CC you as well.
Okay.
Sandy,
Yeah.
didn't we say that we were not going to have anybody but officers right now do the Toastmaster minute?
I forgot about that. Okay. Jason, you're out. So,
Literally, apparently.
He was finished anyway.
Oscar, you want to do the minute?
Has it been a minute already?
We're going to call him the Minute Man.
Oscar, you want to do it?
I'm happy to do it, but I could turn it over to Jason. I could coach him on what I want to say. No, we're doing the different roles. Is that correct with the minute?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you
So I
want
would.
to bring him into it, feel
Yeah,
free,
we
but you
could do a code thing.
gotta-
Oh, this has turned into a Toastmaster happy hour.
Would everybody like the Energizer moment?
Making you laugh, Oscar. I was making you laugh, Oscar. Yeah.
Does everybody want to keep the Energizer moment?
Yes.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay. So that's you, Thomas.
Hey, you guys, I'm going to sign off. I
Thank you.
say thank you again. Good to see you, and I'll come and visit you again soon.
Cool. We
Bye.
hope you
Thanks,
do.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Adios.
Are you good
Okay.
with that, Thomas?
Sure.
Doing- yeah.
Yeah.
If you get stuck, let me know. I'll help you.
Okay, we're way over, guys. Now,
Okay.
how are we gonna do this to keep it on time?
Okay.
We're losing people here.
All right.
Okay.
Bye,
Yeah.
bye everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Good night, John
Bye.
Boy.
Oh,
Good night,
Well,
everybody.
during the meeting.
Wow. Love you.
Good night, good night, good night, good night.
Bye.
Bye.